Hello, hello, hello. This is your message from the universe for 8/30/2020. This is the rune Ansuz. Ansuz is the messenger rune. It is the rune of signs and signals, and it is the rune of the god Loki. Now, it is reversed in this reading. So when it's reversed, it's talking about missed signs, missed signals. It's talking about bad communication. It's talking about lack of clarity. And it gives you an opportunity to clear the way in those lines of communication. It gives you the opportunity to recognize when something is actually miscommunication and not an insult or a jab or something done to you on purpose. It really gives you the opportunity to pay attention to those moments as well, because recognizing what our mind jumps to so quickly is a clue to those spaces in us that still need to be healed. Now, in this reading, it once again split into a reading about relationships and a reading about career. Now, this is the second day in a row that it's done this, and this is also the second day in a row that we have this hanged man right here in this exact same spot. When I draw my runes, and I spoke to you a little bit about this yesterday, when I draw the cards, rather, I use a particular order and I use a particular method to do it that is not necessarily, my cat's going crazy over here, that is not necessarily what they teach you in tarot school, because there are tarot schools, by the way. But I do it in a particular order, not because they have a specific meaning behind them, but just because the way that I lay them out, I do it the same way every time. And this one, once again, came up in the exact same position. I have to, let me break for a second here, you guys. I'm just like you guys, okay? I've been working on my spiritual journey since about 2012, when the big wave came through of awakening. And it still shocks me sometimes when, a lot of the time, when the stuff that I speak about and the readings that I do come through so clearly and with so much connection to what's really happening. And these, what seem like they could be coincidences, and yet, how is that a coincidence out of 2 cards of 78? It's a fascinating journey. I'm so grateful to have you guys with me on this journey as we dive into this stuff. Okay, back to the reading. So we have one side that's career, we have one side that's relationships, all under this reversed Ansuz. Okay, talking about missed signs, miscommunication. So if we go into the business, regular life, job, entrepreneurship side, we have this Ace of Coins and the Two of Cups talking about missed opportunity, being frustrated with delays, being worried that the money is dropping out, being worried that you are losing ground, that you're not able to communicate with people, that partnerships are breaking up. This is all connected to this messenger rune. And the messenger rune talks about using the opportunity to clear things out, to clear things up, to figure things out. And if we add that in with this 8 of Coins, it talks about, in the upright position, it's about skills, it's about learning, it's about knowledge. You can see it, we have an anvil down here learning a skill, and the light bulb up here with the eye behind it about learning wisdom, knowledge. When it's reversed, it talks about the fact that you still need some. It talks about the fact that we still need to dig into this. And we are always learning. We are always growing. And if there is a delay or a crossed line, if there is a space where you can see that things are not working right, that is the space to dig into with new knowledge, to learn something new about it, to figure out why that doesn't connect to that, or to track someone down who does know how to do it, to clear up those lines of communication. So if we flip over to the relationship side, we have the rune of miscommunication of not connecting. And yet, both of these cards on the left-hand side are about relationships, are about connections. This one is specifically about connections from your past, about family, friends, the joyful feeling that you had when you were a child. And it's upright. So it's really digging into that relationship situation. Just for a few of you, it also foretells babies. So pay attention. And you have the Lover's card, which talks about a union, which talks about this connection with another person. Now, the Lover's card can also be applied to the side for career, because we do make partnerships with the people that we work with. And so that could be tied into all of this. And even working with someone from your past, working with someone that you maybe went to school with or something like that. So this entire reading can also connect to that. But when we take these two cards for relationship and we add them in to this Two of Cups reversed, talking about paying attention to those delays and that things maybe in a relationship are not quite moving forward the way that you want them to, and to pay attention to that, because it could just be that missed communication. It could just be that situation where maybe you have to learn a new way of communicating. Maybe you have to pay attention to the times that your partner acts out in pain and not take that personally, and take that more as their pain. See through that with your empathy and understand how they're feeling. This is a very interesting reading that 2 days in a row we've had this Hanged Man in this position about shifting perspective, about being patient, about changing the way that you look at things, along with a split reading in exactly the same configuration with the relationship on one side and the career on the other. It absolutely fascinates me. Every single day, I am amazed and grateful to be able to bring these messages to you. And I'm super excited to do it. And just a little aside, I am setting up a website to do personal readings. I'm going to start with just $10 Ask a Question mini readings. They're going to look just like this. And I have other decks that if I'm drawn to them, I will definitely pull them out for you. So I'm going to do $10 Ask a Card readings or shadow readings. So I'm not quite set up yet, but if you are interested in that, definitely either reach out to me or keep your eyes on this space. I'm so grateful that you're on this journey with me. I love you guys so much. You are beloved. You matter. You are loved.